don't know if you can hear, but the dogs are barking today. Man, it's so snowy still. Pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah, it looks the way it feels. Cold. Taking a while for the exposure to go down. Trying to keep it away from the really bright spots or the really dark spots like that. But we are actually 5/8 now. 9 to 5. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that because it messes up my schedule. Sleeping schedule, and you know, if you start to sleep in, you get lazy, and I like to get here on time, and I don't like, so my parents have always told me be early, at least 15 to 30 minutes early, and if you can, an hour early. If you're on time, you're late. You know, it's that whole saying, being early is on time and on time is late. And I've always seen that with them, so I'm always here like 30 to an hour before we even start work. So that's why I'm always here by myself, because I'm still waiting for everybody to come in. And you're not supposed to be working. Always tinker on something. Fix something, try and troubleshoot stuff. It's always good to learn something new or master more of your skills, your skill level. That's how a lot of engineers, a lot of like people who invent stuff, that's how it happens, is when they're tinkering and they're like, let's try this way before I call it quits. That's what I normally like to do, is I will try and fix something, troubleshoot something, try it a different way, and maybe it'll work. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's always good to be safety though. I do look at the safety a lot, so it's not like I'm grabbing electrical stuff with my bare hands. Now I got rubber insulated gloves, making sure, double checking, triple checking, making sure that things are off. And then when I'm like, alright, I checked it 3 times, alright, I'm gonna go check it 4th time just to be sure. You don't want to touch that. But yeah, so it's still cold. Remember I had Stanley record this for me and he kept shaking.
Oh, bro.
I try and not shake.
Does that have like an anti-shake on it?
It does, but it's not that great. And it's funny, he was like, kept zooming in and zooming out. And I was watching him, he's all shaking the whole camera.
Dang. So a little more deeper, a little more snow.
Me and Rob are here in Navajo Mountain. It's really, really muddy. Check out the muddy truck. Doesn't look muddy, but it was muddy. Rob almost got stuck. We almost got stuck. Rob's driving, so if he would have got stuck, I would have told him to get out, and now I'll be I'll be the driver and you push.
That's some nasty mud right there. Take the high side.
We get stuck, I got a pusher. That's my pusher.
Pushing weight. Got it. Pushing weight. I push Ryan's mic.
Back over here, kinda nice to get away from the Connex, which I've been away from the comics for the past couple of weeks. But truck looks dirtier on the passenger side. Looks dirtier in person. Rob did a great job at driving and not getting stuck and being my pusher. I am very curious to know if those guys got the trucks muddy. I really don't like to get trucks muddy because I used to mud bog my Jeep and I hated cleaning it. I hated it so much. Now that truck's muddy, the roads are just so bad. I know Harvin and Howard went towards like Tall Mountain area, so they are gonna be in mud. Not sure if Steven and Stanley were like on the main road, so not a lot of mud spots. A decent amount.
They have porta potties.
Hello.
So you have to use the porta potty from here before we go down.
I guess if you want
So
to.
Monday at 3 o'clock at the chapter house.
Monday at 3.
But I'm gonna catch them all off guard. Trying to be very, very quiet
That one, no.
on this nature show of Donovan Small Canyon. We have got a herd of Dick Deepers. Oh crikey! I think one of them has heard me.
I got T-bone.
We were
No, don't film me.
making
I'm
catered
too
us.
too
The only thing
nervous.
is just a
The
ciabatta bun
stand.
with turkey ham sandwich with a bag of chip or macaroni.
So I was on my way home and I stopped at the Shanto Marketplace, get some fuel, get some food stuff. So Shannon called. I made a end of day video. It's not the best. I was like, man, I can do a lot better. And I was just about to just cut that whole end of day. I was just gonna cut the whole thing out. But Shannon called me while I was at Shanto Marketplace. She was like, hey, you remember that guy, AJ from Sam's Club that we talked to about the wood? I was like, oh yeah. I was like, so he can't make his delivery. The family's not home. Asking if we can drop it off at the yard. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, let's just give him the gate code for the key. And then gave it to him and I was just ready to take off and I was like, wait, you know what? It would be a perfect moment for me to include him in this vlog. So for some of my subscribers out there, if you live on Navajo and you know of your Che or your Nelly or someone that are like needs assistance for like firewood and stuff, you can always reach out to this guy. Him and his sister run a non-profit as well on Navajo Nation to assist families and stuff like that with wood hauling, wood stuff. I'll let him explain it to you a lot better than I can because I'm not the best at explaining stuff like that. I know the gist of it, I don't know 100% of it. That's gold right there. Keep you warm for a while. So, AJ, right? This is AJ, so he runs that non-profit, drops all these stuff off, and I'll let him explain what he does because it'll be a lot better than I can, and if he wants, he can give us his information and I'll link it in the description as well. So if you guys have anybody to recommend, you can reach out to him.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Ames J. Meyers. Kiani Stanley at the West Chin. I grew up from around here, from over the hill right there, by the junction, and running a non-profit, the Bá'ádeit'ĩ. Started 3 years ago, right when the pandemic hit. Our family started off doing a teacher sanitation drive. So our family's already been involved with wood, so with the sanitation drive, like teachers going back into the classrooms and stuff like that. So we went for PPE supplies, sanitation supplies. So we had masks, face shields, wipes, sanitation wipes, and a lot of hand sanitizer. So we did fundraising. We sold firewood for, we work with them with that on that project, and we just recently got in contact with them a few weeks ago, and we're hopefully being able to collaborate more on the firewood. But the firewood we have going on goes out to elderly, disabled, and veterans, 65 and over. Take referrals. They usually send it to our we have a group page on social media. It's on Instagram and Facebook, and we also have a website. The website is on the Navajo.org, I think .com too. Then we bought both. We purchased both domains. So you send a message there. Myself, my sister, my brother will get the message, and we pass it along. As you guys know, like I said, we started this 3 years ago. Lots changed. People started going back to work. A lot of our volunteers went back to work, so they still help on weekends and when they can. So we have this area to cover. My sonny boy LT takes care of Hard Rock area, and my dad helps out a lot in Tuba City and Cameron area. We also work with Angie Nez. She takes care of Preston Mesa. So just helping each other out with firewood and the elderly. We try to get split out, but as you can see, we dumped rounds tonight. The storm that came through, we've been getting a lot of calls, so the urgency to get it out, and the thought was people that burn firewood probably have an axe, so we figured they can split. As we move forward in this operation into the next year, we're going to try to get more programs set up and invite people to go out and gather firewood and show them how to do it. COVID's changed a lot of things, and that's what we have to realize. There's a family that lives just right down the road from here in Shanto. The son lost his father, and they were living with their grandparent. So the father passed away and he was young, so the teaching to gather firewood, to learn how to use a chainsaw, how to maintain it, stuff like that, how to fall a tree. So that's stuff that we want to work on. That's something that we wanted to start before the pandemic, but and it just kind of everything got slowed down because of it. So now we're moving forward and trying to get things re-going again. We don't want to take this work away from nobody. We want them to continue to be self-sufficient. That's what our parents always just say, parents and my grandparents. So you don't have to rely on nobody. So being able to build a fire, being able to haul wood and properly tie down a load, how to use a saw, how to swing an axe, all those things are all teachings that usually passed on. A lot of these people we help, the elders, they're not in the condition to where they can do it themselves, so that's why we do what we do. With the help of many, we always talk about, we always say thank you to everybody that's helped us along the way. Val's Fire Bread, it was one of the pioneers in the beginning. And do you need anything? What do you guys need? Fast Motorsports, Holly Coughlin, they're the same way, and they keep giving, and it's amazing. And there's those people that contribute. They're a big part of this. That's why we continue to do what we do. hopefully to collaborate with Dig Deep like tonight. They have a yard, they have an area. Continue on. We just want to build and build. So that's what we do is we work with the Nature Conservancy, which is under the National Forest, and they're the ones that provide the wood and let us know there's thinning going on over here. You guys might want to get geared up to get a few loads out. Working with other contractors that are doing, because of the fires in Flagstaff, there's a tree service contractor that's been taking down a lot of trees in the residential areas. So they call us and say we have X amount of trees that are coming down if you guys want it. So they usually have equipment there to help us load up. So those are things that we've been fortunate enough to get our name out and know who we help, and it's just been awesome. So tonight we had a family that's been requesting for wood. I had a 4x4 up there to get up to their house and finally get turned around in their small area with the trailer. So I had another house to get to tonight, but I don't want to get stuck in this snow and mud and whatnot and have to sleep in my truck. So luckily Dig Deep was here to help us out and let us unload, and we'll get those families situated to make their pickup. So that's what we got going on. I appreciate you guys' time. So the email, we have our email, we have social media, so that's how you can get a hold of us. And you guys enjoy your evening.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That was like, nighttime usually throws the focus off on cameras. That's why I kept going off. It was annoying me. I was trying to get it right, and I couldn't get it right. But what he does and everything that he does like that, it's really cool. It's really amazing. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. That is a better end of day video. The story is a better end of day video. Just I apologize for the bad auto focusing. I was trying to fix it, and then I found out it stopped recording. Then I had to record it again, but thankfully I did get a good amount. But yeah, I'll link all of the stuff that he was talking about in the description, his email, the social media stuff if you want to check him out, follow him, and if you guys know anybody, throw him an email or reach out to him. And yeah, dude's pretty cool. I'll catch you guys in the next one.